Hey guys, it's your boy J Hud with another video here to talk about our beloved Knicks. Like I told you guys in the last video, it's like every time we get to the point where we can get some comfort with our team, we can't get over that hump. It's like we make it all the way up to the top of the steps and can't make it to that last two steps to get to the top of the platform. Like this has been going on for years with our boys. And us as fans, we have been holding on and clenching and tightening up and high blood pressure and headaches and can't sleep and just wondering why the basketball gods are doing this to us. Why do they keep doing this to us? We get right there and then boom. You know, we went in one day, we went from the sixth spot because I think when the Raptors, who lost the Raptors, when the Raptors lost, or somebody lost, we went to the sixth spot. Then we dropped from the sixth spot to the seventh spot, down to the eighth spot, and now we're at 10th spot, tied for the eighth spot with the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. So it's a three-way tie: Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, and us guys, the Knicks. 8, 9, and 10, and we're at number 10. And it's so close because we're 15 and 17. The Bulls jumped way up from the 10th spot all the way to the 6th spot. They 15 and 16. We could have been 16 and 16 sitting at the 6th spot by ourselves going into tonight's game. And if we won, we would have been a game over 500. We'd have been up there with the Raptors. We would have passed the Raptors. We'd have hit that 5 spot. You know what I'm saying? And the Pacers only 15 and 15. So eventually, we could have hit that 4 spot going into the playoffs, with a little comfort, a little relaxation, so we can enjoy the All Star game saying our team's playing good, we're over 500. But no, we could never do it. We could never do it. It's so frustrating, man. But we still got games left. And like I said, all these ties and like from the third spot, yeah, I'll say from the fourth spot down to the 10th spot. It's like only one game apart. The fourth spot is behind 5 games. We're behind 6 games. It's so close from the fourth to the 10th spot. That's why. And then the second half is something that I wanted to talk about too, guy. We got a rough schedule coming up the second half. I said with that schedule, we definitely better make some trades or do something to get some better players because we have a hard schedule coming up the second half. They were not kind to us on this second half of the schedule. Believe me, when y'all check it out if you haven't already. I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. We play tonight. Hopefully we can get in Sacramento, but and at least gain ground again. Go 16 wins. I gotta say our team. We I still say it was Thibs that blew the lead. Derrick Rosen quickly was doing good in the second quarter. He took him out at the 3-minute mark when they called timeout. He came back with the first unit, and I think that's the mistake that he made because that's how they gained the ground on us. We were doing good, man, with the second unit. I don't know why he took him out. Like I said, it's just something the basketball guys just don't want to make it. They're making it extra hard for us, like all the time. Like, please, we need a break. Can we get over the hump? Don't we deserve some comfort, guys? All my New York Knicks fans out there, man, woman, and child, like and subscribe to the channel. I support all Knicks platforms. And like I said, if I'm not subscribed, it's because I haven't seen your platform yet. But if you're up here, I'm most likely subscribed. I be reading a lot of the Twitter comments from people, Knicks fans. They be horrible. Do you guys read the Twitter? I think I forgot the name of the people, but I think it's at New York Knicks on Twitter. But the fans, man, it's like they just bash our boys. Oh, I was like, how are these fans like just bashing them? Or they never have anything good to say about the team. Like, how are you a fan and never say anything good about the team? I understand your frustrations, like my frustrations, and we get mad sometimes when we say stuff. But I support my boys always, forever, for the last 38 years. And they be so brutal. So I want to try to think of something that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start putting some of their comments up and start showing you guys some of the stuff that they be saying, so we can start talking about some of that stuff too. And I want to start going live. I want to get me an audience, a platform, so people can start chiming in and giving their opinions and helping me out and telling me some stuff I might not know. Like I want to join that family, get that Nick family, so we can start building and talking Nick basketball, man. Come on, guys, sub to the channel. When I go live, tune in. We play tonight, guys. So Sacramento. They're 12 and 19. We're 15 and 17. The guy Chef Scott 72 said being sellers at the trade deadline is smart only if we're selling the right players. Okay. Nate Johnson, they still say, okay, if Frank play, will he do anything? I did. I did. That's I don't know these. Oh yeah, what y'all think about this? Jalen 0314 says everybody keep hollering about IQ starting. Here's the chance to shine today. So do you guys think he's gonna get the start today? Wow. Mm. Excuse me, y'all. I was just reading a text from my mother-in-law. She had a death in her family, so I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, her brother passed away. My condolences go out to my mother-in-law. Mm. I'm gonna have to let my wife know this. So, do you guys think IQ gonna get the start today? Somebody told Tibbs. The guy M Wilson 0505 said, note to Coach Tibbs, four things on offense for you to understand: pace, ball movement, threes, corner threes. Yeah, I agree with that. Pace. Pace is definitely it, and ball movement. I think we can move the ball around a little more. Passing the ball. Who was that the other day they were playing? Utah. Utah moves that ball around like a hot potato, man. And that works because the players get tired of running around. And the ball's gonna outrun the player. All you gotta do is keep moving the ball around until somebody gets open, and that's what Utah does. That's why they play so good together. And the Knicks need and that is good. Pace is definitely it. Ball moving is definitely it. We need better ball movement. That's why I say if we was to get Drummond, it would be like a crab in a bucket, like this, because how we gonna get some spacing? None of them can shoot. RJ, only Randall, but RJ, um, Drummond. Who else would be out? Mitch. Who else would be out there? Who would be in the starting line? Bullock. He's streaky. Um, Peyton. That would be horrible to see all them out there at one time. Nobody could shoot the shot. That I don't think that would work. Like driving to the basket is good. You can't score drive to the basket every time, but it's you're one dimensional. And then teams know what to look for in the scouting report. They know that we're going to drive to the basket, so they're going to try to find schemes and ways to stop us from getting to that basket. So, that's what makes it easy for them because they know we can't shoot the ball. We need some shooters, and we need some bona fide shooters that can just pull up and shoot. And I wish they bring in somebody like Luka Doncic or somebody like that. We need some flavor to add to the team that can shoot the ball, man. For real, man. We need a pure 3-point shooter like the Nets got that kid Harris or what I think that's his name, Harris. He can shoot. We need a pure shooter, man. Austin Rivers, he's been showing his frustration with not playing. He said Knicks talked to him after the Derrick Rose trade. Rivers add that it's unfortunate that he's out of the rotation, but this enthusiasm is still there for me, for the city and the team. I hear him, but he wasn't producing. He had that one good game, and then that was it. And Thibs is the coach. If you ain't producing, you're gonna sit down. And then, that's what I think needs to happen with RJ. He needs to sit down for a minute because the streaky play is not good. Because listen, the stuff everybody's been saying about RJ is not it's not false, guys. Look, he drives. He has tunnel vision. On the fast breaks, he never passes the ball to the wing to the open man. He always tries to take the layup himself, and most of the time he misses. When he goes to the basket, it's always to his left, never to the right. He never drives to the basket on the right side, never. And his jump shot, his 3-point shot has been better. But you know why, guys? Because he hasn't been taking a lot. So the ones that he's been taking, he's made them like one or two. He hasn't been taking a lot of threes, and that's why his percentage has went up because he has been making one or two, and that's it. He's not taking a lot. But like we always say, he's young, this and that, but they still need to be held accountable when they're not doing their job, when they're making mistakes. You have to pass the ball on the break sometime, and you have to go to the hole with a little more control and get that left hand. You're not getting it to the spot to get that ball to drop. You're missing too many bunnies. And shoot more of the 10-foot jump shot because that seems to bring your game out. You got to get a feel for the ball when you're playing basketball. When you come out there, you got to get a feel for the ball and get you a rhythm. And sometimes that 10-foot jump shot gives you that rhythm. You come down, you pull up. And one more thing I'm after for the young neophyte, like Clyde always say, he has to learn how to pull up off the bounce. RJ is not a pull up off the bounce 3-point shooter, and you have to be in this league if you're going to be good as a 3-point shooter. You come down off the dribble and just bam, pull it up. RJ can't do that. He has to set himself before he shoots that three, and that's not good. He's like mechanical. Like he don't got that quickness. You know how Zion got that quickness about him? He just spurt and it's just off. RJ don't have that. And he has to get better. If you're gonna get better, you're gonna have to practice that. You're gonna have to learn how to shoot off the dribble. You're gonna have to learn how to bounce to the basket real quick, and you're gonna have to learn how to use your right hand going to the right. I was watching Zion last night. He go right or left, dunk right or left. He it don't matter for him. Any side, he can get there. The boy's a natural player. Only thing I say about him is his body, his frame, so big. Like, will he be able to maintain it and stay healthy? Like, he's gonna have to have a hell of a regimen to keep his body in shape. But I think he can do it. But RJ, man, Thibs is gonna have to start. He gonna have to hold him accountable, and RJ's just gonna have to get a little better. Like Randall said, he's gonna have to be there to help him. Randall put work in it, and I gotta say, man, a lot of people was down on Randall last year, but I have to say Randall is a superstar, and he deserves to be a superstar. He put in a lot of work. He worked hard his whole 7 years. He's been in the league, and he works out. He keeps himself in shape, and a lot of players don't do that, and that's why his game elevated the way it did. Randall be putting in work, yo. And a lot of these players need to look at that and follow that resume. And Randall need to and he need to be the leader of that team and let them young boys know what they need to do. Like kids like Knox, Barrett. He need to let these kids know what they need to do to stay in shape, to stay ready, and to get better every year. Because he's the leader of this team and he's gonna have to do it. And now I think that they're gonna build around Randall, and I think that's a good thing because he put the work in, man. He really put the work in, and he deserves to be the leader of that team. And sometimes I think RJ might be a little salty about that too, because everything was about RJ, RJ. They're gonna build around the young kid RJ, 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 and then all of a sudden Randall start balling out. And now, because they was saying last year how RJ and Randall don't fit, and you know what I'm saying, they probably end up getting rid of Randall and build around RJ. But now things have changed, and now it's all about Randall. And sometimes you're young and the teams tell you they're gonna build around you, and then all of a sudden, now it's Randall. Now, he might be a little salty about that too, but he'll get over it because if you want the way you handle that is you go out there and you perform and you play. That's all you can do. All that talking about it or being salty ain't gonna get you nowhere. If you want to shine, you got to go out there and play hard and show them that you deserve to be the man of the team. That's what you got to do. Everything else don't matter. So shout out to Randall, man. He been balling out, man. Even Alfred Payton's been balling out, but the only thing that hurt him, man, is his jump shot, man. Him coming off the bench, I would be fine with that. But as a starter, no. We need somebody that can shoot threes as a starter because we need. You see how I watched the game yesterday with the young kid with metal ball. The kid can ball. I don't care what nobody say. He's their best player out of all three brothers to me. He can ball. He's so big. He got such a bounce to him. He can take anybody one on one. You can't do that kid. He's a natural, man. He's gonna get rookie of the year, guaranteed. Man, that boy can. One on one, he just goes sick. And when they down, he don't care. He'll pull up. He ain't got no fear. He'll pull up from anywhere. He missed he would have 4 points in the second half to the second half. Then he pull up, boom, 2 threes in a row, 3 threes in a row, boom. Next thing you know, 4 drives straight in a row on everybody on the Phoenix Suns. They beat the Phoenix Suns convincingly last night. LaMelo Ball is a baller, man, and he ain't got no fear. And that's how you have to be if you want to take over this league, man. I bet you everybody that play LaMelo, they're gonna respect him because he could take anybody right now in the league. One on one, he could go at anybody, man, and he could pull up. That's why he's so dangerous, and he could pull up from anywhere. I would have loved if we had got LaMelo Ball. I wouldn't even mind if we would go get his brother, LiAngelo Ball. People be taking them as jokes and stuff because of their father in the mouth, but them kids been playing basketball all their lives. They know how to play basketball, and I think Detroit made a hell of a mistake letting that kid go without even a try, without even a first game, nothing. And if nobody don't give him a shot, that's a shame. And I hope it's not because of that thing that happened in China. You know what I'm saying? Because the kid deserves a shot. He was young. He did something stupid. It could have cost him. Luckily, the president got him out of it because you don't know what would have happened to him inside one of them prisons and all that stuff. Being from the United States, anything could have happened. But luckily, he got out of that. He learned his lesson. And I think the kid needs a shot, man. And he's a tall, he can imagine him at guard like his brother. I think he shoots like his brother, and I think he got handled like his brother. Lonzo's coming around too. The kids can play, man, but the father's been quiet lately, and they've been just balling out, man. LaMelo on his way, man. He's a superstar, man. He's a superstar in the making. But back to the Knicks, man. Like everybody was saying, if we're gonna get somebody, I wish we get them, get it over with. If we're not, just focus on what we got to do. We got to learn how to play superstars with better defense. Somebody like a Curry, you can't give him any space. You'd rather him drive and go to the basket and get 2 points than to let him get that three off. If I'm a coach, I'm telling him, be up on him. Don't give him not an inch. I don't understand. Like Peyton, he was playing so far back off of Curry. I was like, what is he doing? That's retarded. When they was doubling the ring, one was behind and one was in front of them, they was playing good D, but then they went away from that. You can't give that kid space like that. He was dying laughing because he knew in the Garden he gonna shut the crowd down, and everybody loves to shut the crowd down in the Garden. That's why they play so hard in the Garden, because they love to shut the crowd down and say they did it in the Mecca in the Garden. I don't care if Brooklyn is a better team than us. People still rather play in the Garden and shut it down than play in Brooklyn and win. I'm telling you, because that's the Mecca of basketball. That's why we rule. New York Knickerbockers, Knicks for life. No haters ever. But yeah, so we gotta get better on defending that 3-point line, man. And sometimes when Thibs be leaving the first unit in for too long of a time, I feel I be so mad at him when he be sitting on the side, standing on the sideline with his hands folded, just walking back and forth like he don't understand that the first unit is just messing up. He's just sitting there, letting them just keep messing up. I'm like, put the first unit in, second unit in, you idiot. Mad as hell, like he can hear me. Just mad, just want to kick him down. Like, what's wrong with this dude? He just act like he don't see what's going on. These dudes are messing up. He won't take them out and just put the second unit in. I don't know. He be seeing something different, I guess. I don't know, man. But I, it's your boy Jay Hud. Knicks for life, no haters. Subscribe to the channel, man, please. Like the video, comment on the video. Be back with you tonight after the game.